Hey, it's Diego Viteri. Welcome to a new video, Viteri Boxing. Today I want to teach you the roll, how you can roll under punches, but not only roll under the punches, how you can get into an angle and prevent your opponent to throw any punches at you. So you are going to completely neutralize any of his attacks. So if you are fighting an aggressive opponent, this is a technique that will allow you to neutralize completely. Let's begin with the video. When we talk about the rolling under punches, we talk about moving our head, doing a U movement. But you may be having problems when you're sparring, that you throw punches, you do this roll under punches, but you are in the same line of attack. This means that he can still punch you because you're in front of him. So even if you go under and you move out of his line of attack, but you're here, he can still punch you. Imagine if I'm fighting someone and he moves out of the way, but he's here, I can still punch him, I can still try to punch him. Even if I don't have power, I can still try to punch him and maybe catch him with a punch. Not everyone has a nice boxing, a good style. So you have to be able to neutralize completely. And how you neutralize completely? You're punching and you move completely to the side, next to him, next to his ear. How is it possible for someone to punch you if you're here? It's impossible. He can't punch you from next, if you're completely next to him in a 90-degree angle. So this is basically what Cus D'Amato taught Mike Tyson. He was always teaching Mike Tyson to be next to his opponent, finding an angle. So how we're gonna do this roll shuffle or this perfect roll? For this, we're gonna start in our closed stance. Whenever I talk about closed stance, remember I talk about being in orthodox versus orthodox. This is the most important thing. And when we talk about an angle, we are trying to move into his back or out of his front leg, okay? Out of his lead leg. From here, it's impossible for him to catch me. So what's the first step? The first step is going to be to step next to his leg and do the roll at the same time. So you do the roll and step next to his leg, to his lead leg. Remember not to step too far away. If you step too far away, you're going to be landing too far away from him. So make sure that your step is next to his lead leg. Now, one of the common mistakes is that most people, when they do the roll, they go and they move into the punch. So make sure that you're not bending your back. You're basically doing a squat. You're squatting and stepping. And here is the second step that we're going to do. If you can see it here, I'm in a southpaw position. I started as an orthodox, but when I went into his lead leg, I switched into a southpaw position. And from here, I just shuffle my legs. I just exchange my legs from here, and I can punch with any punch I want. Remember that always when I teach you something, a new technique, I'm always going to teach you how to do it in an open stance and in a closed stance. So from now, I'm not going to be standing as a orthodox. I'm as a southpaw. That means that my lead leg is my right leg. I'm going to be moving my right leg next to his. Okay, it's the same thing. It's the same principle. The only good thing about it is I don't have to switch my stances. So I do my squat and I step. And from here, I'm going to switch my stance. I can switch my stance as you can see. Okay, look at this. This is kind of hard. This is kind of hard at the beginning, but you're going to get it. You're going to get it really good. Now we're going to step and squat from here, and I'm going to exchange my legs. But remember, I am a southpaw right now, and I'm going to end up as orthodox. I'm going to switch my stance. I'm going to use my hips. My hips are going to help me to do this shuffle. So from here, I transfer my weight from this leg, from my lead leg, to my rear leg. But my rear leg becomes my lead leg now. So now I am an orthodox. And from here, I can punch my opponent. This is one way that whenever you know, if you know how to switch stances. Other way that you can do it, it's a little bit easier, but a little bit slower, is you can do the roll, and from here you just pivot. You just pivot and you keep punching your opponent as a southpaw. You got those two options. If you know about switching stances, you can use the first one. If you don't know how to switch your stance and you don't feel comfortable using the other one, just use the pivot. So for this technique, because it's a little bit advanced, you're gonna need good fundamentals. How to be standing, how to transfer your weight or distribute your weight from one leg to the other, how to walk, or even how to move laterally or any direction. So that you will get in my online courses. viterriboxing.com. So I'll see you there so we can train. Remember, those classes are full-length classes. They are not like these YouTube videos where I teach a technique, just a technique. From these classes are warm-up. We'll do all the drills together. So now I'm going to teach you a drill so you can work at home your row shuffle. I'm going to use these 3 cones, and you're going to put them one step far away from each other, okay? One little step from each other, just a little step. That's okay. Now you're going to start always from one of the cones, and from here you can work. The good thing about this drill is that you're going to work open stance and closed stance. I'm going to start as orthodox, and you will see that I will end up as a southpaw sometimes. So here I will be doing punches. Remember, synchronizing your punches always, stepping, and whenever you want, you just move out of the way. You step, you move to the other side. So I'm moving. I'm going to do it right now with I'm southpaw right now. I'm going to do as an open stance. So I'm going to do my punches, and from here I go under. Okay, so you're going to be working all around, to one side, to the other side for 3 minutes, and you will feel the difference with your legs and with your angles. You will be completely untouchable. Now that you know how to do the perfect row shuffle, when are you going to use it? So now you have to know when to use it. The number 1 is a perfect way to manage aggressive fighters. If you feel overwhelmed with punches, and you're feeling punches, you can do this row shuffle. You can throw maybe a jab and then move under and move out of the way completely. So this will help you a lot against aggressive fighters. Number 2 is that you basically close the door. What does it mean to close the door? I start with my combination at 1-2, for example, and then I will close the door. I will close the door by moving out of the way. This means that I neutralize the possibility for him to counter me. There's no way that he feels punches and I move out of the way, so whenever he tries to counter me, I'm not going to be there anymore. So he's going to feel like he's fighting a ghost. So this will help you a lot. And the third one is basically if you just want to look for an angle, for a better position. You're going to be fighting, you're going to be using your head movement, you're going to throw maybe a jab, you're going to roll under and moving to the side to your opponent. So it's a perfect technique. It has a lot of uses, and it's going to help you a lot to be, as I said, untouchable. Thanks for being here in my class. I'm really glad to have you here. Remember that this technique is going to be really useful so you get away from those aggressive opponents, but you have to always practice. You have to drill it before it's completely subconscious, completely instinct. So remember that also you need, in order to have this completely clear, you need the fundamentals. So I'll see you in my online courses where we're going to work together all these techniques. So I'll see you there. Remember to subscribe and don't forget to like, because this will help me to be seen by other people and to share with other people all the art of the human chest. See you in the next class.